What's up guys, Bloodshed here. Today we're answering the question that we get asked on the daily. What is the best class for Season 8? What should I play? We're going to cover this for group, solo play, and depending on what your goals are, we're going to kind of go into detail about everything. So let's go ahead and get started here. If your main goal for this season is to literally just complete the seasonal journey, right? Just complete the seasonal journey, get the stash space, get the wings, get the new portrait, just experience the nostalgia that is leveling in a new season, the fun times, then play any class you like. Any of these sets right here on the screen will do just fine. Juliana's is amazing all around. Natalia's, you can clear 75 plus, definitely. I think there was an 85, 90 clear last season with Nat's. Secret of the Light set, there was an 85 clear around then. Like, all these sets are very, very strong. You have no problem completing a GR75 with. They all have speed variants, and there's also sets within the actual class itself. You have no problem doing it. Play whatever you like. If you're just gonna play solo, do the season journey and have some fun in Diablo, by all means jump in and join us on season 8. Now if you want to do all that stuff that we just talked about, but you also want to join the meta, join some group play, dabble in some Paragon farming, then there's really the big three that you want to look for this season. Okay, the big three: the old school Miami Heat with the Chris Bosh, LeBron, and Wade, right? That's gonna be the Monk, the Barbarian, and it's gonna be the Witch Doctor. Now these three classes are in the current meta. Let me go ahead and show you guys. Okay, so here on the screen we have the leaderboard, the finished leaderboards for season 7, and since there is no patch, no PTR, no changes, everything that happened in season 7 is going to transfer over. All the season 7 guides out there are going to transfer over. Like, there's pretty much no changes, which is not good, but it's also kind of good since all the builds that are out, you have so much access to information on what class to choose, what's going to happen. There's really nothing's going to be unpredictable, right? Unless we get a last minute nerf or buff, they decide to do a hot fix or something. But as of right now, it's pretty much, we can predict everything that's going to happen. So the number 1 clear was a 116 clear, and you can see it was a Generator Monk. You can see it was a Z Barb, a Firebat's DPS Witch Doctor, and a Z Monk, right? A Z DPS Monk, okay? If you don't know what the Z DPS and the support stuff means, check out my channel. I have videos on Z Barb, Z Monk, all that stuff, okay? So this is the big three, okay? So whichever one you decide is going to be great. They're all super important. If everybody rolls Monk, we'll have DPS and Z Monk, but we won't have any pull barbs. There's not going to be any groups anywhere. So it's a good idea to pick one of the three classes and not to oversaturate the market for any of these three particular classes. That way we all can find groups. We all can, you know, have some Paragon grinding and we can all play together, right? If you're curious, the play style that's going to happen if you do decide Monk is very kind of squishy, right? Generator Monk is very glass cannon. You jump in there, you're like Super Saiyan Goku, you do lots of damage, and it's kind of a challenge to stay alive, but you will get better, you will improve the more you practice. If you decide to go Barb, you're going to be a ZDPS Barb. You're going to be grouping up the monsters in the level, pulling them to your group, adding Ignore Pain to your party, keeping them out of crowd control effects, things like that. If you decide to go Witch Doctor, it's probably going to be an Arakir set. You can see that's the Hadrix gift. It's a great Hadrix gift set, and if you augment it, you're going to be able to speed farm and do greater risk with the same set. So it's super, super powerful. It's basically, you're going to be standing in the middle, fire batting, Staff of Chiropetra, right? You're going to be fire batting everything to death. And then this itself is kind of squishy as well. Like, the Monk needs to kind of babysit the new meta DPS characters, right? So that brings us to the next character, which is the ZDPS Monk. If you decide to go Monk, you actually do have a choice between DPS or Z Monk. Z Monk is arguably the easiest to play out of all 4 of these classes. All you have to do is keep everybody alive, follow them around, and spam your abilities. I have a guide on this as well. So you can see what the meta is, and these are going to be the 3 most popular classes next season just for this reason. If you do want to group, here's an alternative, and you do want to play a different class, you're more than welcome to do so. I played Demon Hunter last season. Demon Hunter was not in the meta, but I had a Z Monk and a Z Barb, and you know, I was pretty much using those characters to farm the Paragon, and they would feed my Demon Hunter the power, right? So those are the top 3 classes, the big three that you should probably choose from if you're into the meta groups kind of stuff. Now, wizards are amazing, okay? They can totally DPS, speed 95s, no problem. My best groups last season were actually with wizards, like a double wizard Firebird Archon. That's where you're going to be playing to participate in groups. They will take you, people will take you. It's just, it's more acceptable to do, you know, meta like it always is. And that's one reason why I would suggest one of the big three. But if you decide to go Wiz, you're going to have two great speed builds to choose from. You have the Wand of Woe still, Talrasha. You have the Talrasha Firebird for T13. And yeah, you can play lots of different variants. And for groups, you're going to be doing Firebird exclusively. And that would be like the 6-man award, to use more basketball references. You know what I mean? You're not going to be riding the bench. You have a chance to get in there. And some groups will even take a ZDPS wizard. So ZDPS wizards are still kind of a thing. So that would be like the B tier as far as groups go. You're probably wondering, well, Bloodshed, what about Crusaders and Demon Hunters, man? How do they fit in? Well, they don't fit in currently in the meta for Season 8. But one thing notably about Crusaders is they're super fun to play. If you've never played an LON Bombardment or an Invoker Steed Charge build or anything like that, it's pretty much the equivalent to the old school Wrath of the Waste set, the Whirlwind Barbs. It's the Netflix and chill and kill kind of a build. They also had the highest solo clear last season as well for solo GRs. The only thing all of us might need help on is the Demon Hunters, okay? So the Curses Conquest is coming back. In Unhallowed Essence, Demon Hunters absolutely obliterate, one-shot the Curses Conquest. So if there was a silver lining, it's that Demon Hunters will help you complete your conquests. Monks do have an easier time completing it as well. Demon Hunters are also not in the meta. They are on the bench with Crusaders, waiting for possibly next season. Another thing to note, Natalia's is probably the easiest set dungeon there is in the game, Natalia's Vengeance. And Invoker Crusaders also have a super easy set dungeon to master with the Invoker set. So if you're trying to get your season journey done, you usually have to master one set dungeon. So they might be easy outs if you just want to get in, get the journey done, and get out. Again, guys, whatever you decide for next season, it's going to be pretty face roll, pretty easy if you just want to get the seasonal journey done. And if you want to join us in the meta, again, pick from the big three that we talked about. If you want to learn about any other guides or anything like that, any videos, I'll go ahead and put links here on the screen for you. If you have any questions, ask me in person. I'm usually streaming 6 days a week, twitch.tv/bloodshed. I might take it easy a little bit until the season starts, and once Season 8 drops on Friday, the 21st, we're going to definitely kick it into high gear, and you'll see me online all the freaking time, because I usually get hyped every season. Like, I want to play, I want to get my journey done, I want to get my stash space. That'll give me the 10th stash tab, and get the new wings and things like that. It's always fun just playing with the clan, talking on Discord. Big thank you to all my Patreon supporters out there. You guys are like the Kickstarters of the stream. I appreciate you guys so much. And I think that's going to be all for me today, guys. This is the Bloodshed, and I'm out of here. Peace.